Hi everyone, welcome back to Bust My Stash. I am going to be doing a lot of videos in this series, and I hope that it gives you some ideas that you haven't already seen, but most of these today I'm sure you have seen. Anyway, I want to thank Pam at the Paper Outpost. I am a binge watcher of hers. And also Lisa at My Ecletic Life. I just watched her do this the other night, and I tried to copy what she did, but mine is no way near as good as hers. But these are going to be journaling cards, and I'll fix them up. I'll fix them up. Trust me. They're not very good right now, but I will fix these up. But I thought they were just different. These will either go into journaling cards, or I'll cut them out and put them into mixed media. Right now, I'm thinking I'm going to cut these up and use them in mixed media. But what I do is I take 3 sheets of a book page, and I glue them together with the glue stick. Wet glue tends to get a little wet. It takes it forever to dry, and you do get the bumps. But I'm also trying to use up all of my glues. So I'm using some wet glue on them. But the good thing about it is, once they dry, listen to this. They are as sturdy as cardstock, and this is just 3 pages. So, you know, you can use as many as you want, but I prefer the 3. So I have all these ready to go. These on the bottom are wet glue, so they're probably going to sit overnight to dry. Then I make some tags, and, you know, same thing is sturdy. It's as sturdy as cardstock. And both sides are book page. So what I would do with this likely is come back and line it. Just put a blank piece on here. I have difficulty writing on book pages, and it may just be my vision, but I just prefer a blank page. If you don't, leave it like it is. We all know that you can rip and tear up page books and use in your cluster bases, tickets, whatever, your tags. And these are sets that I'm just starting. But I've got my book page inked up right behind it for a background to build it up. Some more journaling cards I've worked on is I stamp them and come back with a marker, or, you know, if it needs it, a marker or a pen, and color them in. So I will round these corners and use these as journaling cards in one of my nature journals. This one I just put the mesh over top. I put it's cardstock with book pages glued on it, and then I put a piece of mesh that I was trying to use up, and some little bits and pieces, and then a little Tim Holtz figure, paper doll, and some lace around the bottom. And I'll trim this up, round the corners up, and so forth, and this will be a journaling card. This one I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for yet. This is one of my thicker ones. I really like this one. I may have done 4 pages here. But this is a stamp, and I colored it in with the Dina Wakley chalk crayons, and I really like that. This one, I think I'm going to watercolor these mason jars on them so that the wording shows through. I may leave it as a journaling card, but what I'm thinking about doing is cutting out the jars after I watercolor them. And this is what I'm likely going to do. I'm going to come back and restamp a lot of them without the lid on it and just put a lip on it, and then watercolor the jars, and then I will stamp my flowers with the stems and stuff coming out of the jar to use in journals. So let's see, I'm showing you those. Now I got this off of Pam over to Paper Outpost, and I really, really like this idea. These are book pages folded into a double pocket, and then you open the inside, and I put some lined paper inside. But you can see, if you look down you can see the book page. But I covered it with cardstock and such, and, you know, here's another piece of the book page picking out. But I'll put these in with clips. I won't glue them down because it's a 2-sided pocket. And here's another one I made. It's the same thing. I don't think you can glue these shut if you want to. But what I'm thinking about doing with these is putting a hidden paper clip in the center, and then just kind of snap them onto my book pages. So I'm thinking of making some of those with the hidden paper clip in them and a double pocket on each side. And this is just a magazine page, and this is how you do it. You take your book page, and let's see, if we had it like this, you would flip it over, fold up, nope, fold down these two sides. Watch me, nope, I'll mess it up already. It's easier to do when you're not on camera. Fold in those two, fold in those two sides, fold up the bottom, fold it over, and here you have your double pockets. Now, I haven't done anything with decorating this one yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to glue this one. It's kind of big to just glue together. I just made this one, so it, it'll take a while. I have to decorate this. I have to decide where I want to use this. And I made a lot of these envelopes. And these are from the Many Loves of Christmas book that I bought, and I believe it was Katie's Travel 5. And it was her auction, and I just turned them into Happy Meal envelopes. But you can use these envelopes for anything. You can put them in journals. You can put them in, you can nail your bills on them if you want to. Just put a label on it. And the post office will take these envelopes. I have sent many things out in these envelopes. But I had tons of fun making these one night, just sitting watching them live. And as you can see, I have a stack of them made up. So I will be doing some of these on my Bust My Stash videos as well. I will use these in a mixed media, so I'll come back and show you guys how I use these when I use them. And I hope you join me. Everybody, let's start flooding YouTube with Bust My Stash videos. Let's use what we have. Nobody can go out and go shopping right now, and instead of going online to shop at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's or wherever, let's use what we have and show everybody how we're using it, and give each other ideas and inspiration and things to do while we're sitting around climbing the walls looking for things to do. And this is originally back in January. Oh, I just had her name. Perfectly Imperfect Creations, Perfectly Imperfect Crafts by Kat. I'm sorry I'm messing it up. Golly, I meant to write it down and I didn't. But this was her idea back in January. And I'm just now getting around to doing it. So, I'm playing catch up. Anyway, I hope more of you will do it. I hope more of you will share what you're making with Bustin' Your Stash. And let's rock YouTube with showing how we use what we already have. And craft together while we're at home, locked up. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.